So, in previous lecture we discussed about the aeration, the screening. So, which is the first unit which is used for the removal of the larger floating solid. So, after that, the first unit of WTP, water treatment plant, that is nothing but the aeration. Okay. So, aeration, it is nothing but the process of supply of air through that water. So that process is called as aeration. Okay. So the basic purpose of aeration is to brought water into closely contact with the air. Okay. So this aeration method having the various advantages. So what are the different advantages of aeration process? So to some extent, due to agitation of water in aeration process, some bacteria also get killed. So that is one of the advantage. The bacteria get killed. Secondly, in this process of aeration, the oxygen absorbed and the CO2 like a carbon dioxide is released. Okay, so it reduces up to 70 to 80% of the CO2 from the water, and also it helps to reduce the chances of corrosion in water carrying pipe. Okay, so that is the second advantage of the aeration process. It also removes the bad odor gas like a hydrogen sulfide H2S. Okay, so odor are also removed from that water by the aeration process, and some metal like iron and manganese in water also oxidize in this process of aeration. So these are the various advantages of aeration. Okay, so firstly, it gets bacteria get, okay, it remove the CO2, it remove the H2S hydrogen sulfide, and it also remove it also oxidize the iron and manganese. Okay, so these are the various advantages of aeration process. So in this process, just water is closely contact with the atmosphere air, and so that the atmospheric oxygen that going to be dissolved into that water, and whatever that bad gases which present into that water like CO2 and H2S that going to be released into the atmosphere. Okay, so you get the fresh water at the end of the aeration process for the next treatment process. Okay, so you can see the aeration is the process of bringing water and air into close contact in order to remove the dissolved gases such as CO2 and oxidize the dissolved metals such as iron. Okay. So it can also be used to remove the volatile organic chemical in the water, and aeration is often in the first major process at the water treatment plant. So during aeration, constituents are removed or modified before can enter with the treatment process. So that are the various advantages of the aeration process. So water which come in contact with the atmosphere air and which release the CO2 and H2S, and which increase the oxygen content into that water. So what is the objective of that aeration process? So the first one is oxidation of organic matter. Okay, some organic matter also get oxidized due to that aeration process. Next, it increases the dissolved oxygen content into that water. Next, to reduce the concentration of test and odor causing substances such as hydrogen sulfide and other compounds that going to be oxidized. Okay, so hydrogen sulfide that also going to be oxidized in this process of aeration. Next, to oxidize the iron and manganese, and also the flocculation of colloid in sewage inflow to remove those compounds that may in some way interfere with the add to the cost of subsequent water treatment. Okay, so these are the objective of the aeration process: oxidation of organic matter, increase the dissolved oxygen content, reduce the hydrogen sulfide, oxidize the iron and manganese, okay, and release the bad odor gases. So the methods of aeration. So how to achieve that aeration process, or how to carry out that aeration process. So the first thing is passing water through the air. Okay, so you can pass water through the air, or also passing the air through the water. That process you can use for the aeration process. Also, water can be exposed to the air by spraying or disturbing in such a way that the small particles or thin sheets of water come in contact with the air. Okay. Again, water can also aerated by pumping large volume of air through that water. So these are the various methods which you can use for the increasing the air content or increasing the oxygen into that water by either passing the water through the air or either passing air through the water. So basically this aeration process having the different types of equipments which are used like air diffuser method, that is called as a diffuse aerator plate or air diffusion process. Next one is cascade aerator. Next one is spray nozzle aerator. Next one is a trickling bed aerator. So these are the various process which are used for the aeration process. Okay, so the first one is cascade aerator. So a cascade aerator which consists of a series of steps that the water flows over it. Okay, that means the cascade aerator which consists of the steps and water is allowed freely fall over that steps. Okay, the water is allowed to fall at a height of 1 to 3 meter and water runs in the downward direction over 3 to 4 steps. That steps may be made up of cement and metal, and when the water mixed with air gets purified and when it reaches at the ground level. Okay, so in all cascade aerators, aeration is accomplished in the splash zone, and the cascade aerators can be used to oxidize iron and to partially reduce the dissolved gases. So you can see this is what the cascade aerator. So also you can say the steps aerator, and the raw water is allowed freely fall over that steps. So water runs in downward direction and over the three to four steps, and or either it means metal steps or either it is cement step, and so that water mixed with the air and gets purified. So you can see the raw water at the top and the aerated water at the bottom, and that process is called as cascade aerator. Okay, so also you can say that is what a steps aerator. Next one is a spray aerator. Okay, so in spray aerator, water is sprinkled through the nozzle up to a height of 2 meters to 2.5 meters. So this method is very useful to remove 90% of the CO2 from that water. Okay, so this type of aerator has one or more spray nozzle connected to the pipe. Okay, moving through the pipe under pressure, the water leaves nozzle in a fine spray and fall through the surrounding air, creating fountain effect. Okay. So as like a fountain, it works. So with the pipe which fitted with a nozzle, in general, spray aeration is successful in oxidizing iron and manganese. Okay. So this water is sprinkled through the nozzle up to height of 2 to 2.5 meter, and this method is very useful to remove about 90% of CO2, and the nozzle which are used for the spraying of water which operated with the pressure 0.07 to 0.14 Newton per mm square. Okay, so that process is called as a spray nozzle process, okay, which is used for the aeration process. Next one is a diffuse aerator. Okay, so this method is mostly used for the aeration process in sewage treatment plant. Okay, so this process where the diffuse aerator which is fitted at the bottom of the tank, and the air is supplied from that compressed air through the bottom. The compressed air is supplied through that diffuser plate from that bottom of the tank. Okay, so you can see the structure like this. So this is the structure. You can see that in blue color that indicate the bottom, and white color that is diffuser plate, or you can see the pipe which is fitted at the bottom of the tank, and air is supplied. Okay, from the here is compressor is at the top of the tank, but it also at the bottom of the tank, and you can supply the air from that bottom of the tank. Okay, actually the compressor is at the top of the tank, but the pipes are at the bottom of the tank, and air is supplied through the bottom of the tank. So that is what the air bubbles after the supply of air you can see into the figure. Okay, so raw water and aerated water. Okay, and this compressor, and you can see the air diffuser pipe which used for the supply of air. Okay, so in this process, a commonly way to aerated water, okay, via diffused air. Okay, in this system, air is pumped through the some sort for diffuser which generate the small bubbles. These diffusers are porous ceramic, cloth or plastics, and types of diffuse aeration: one fine bubble and one coarse bubble. The efficiency of fine bubble aeration is 10 to 20 times greater than the coarse bubble diffuse aeration system. Okay. So in this air diffusion method, the perforated pipes are fitted at the bottom of the tank, and compressed air is made to blow through that perforated pipes. Okay, so the aeration of water is activated when the air bubbles start passing in the upward direction. Basically, the depth of this aeration tank vary between 2.5 meters to 3 meters, and the detention period which required for that process is almost 15 minutes. And about 0.3 meter cube to 0.6 meter cube air is consumed for the quantity of 1000 liter of water, for the aeration of 1000 liter of water, we required 0.3 meter cube to 0.6 meter cube air. Okay, so this is about the air diffuser method, in which diffuse aerator are fixed at the bottom of the tank.